So if you've got a strap handy, have it near you, but if not, don't worry. So we're going to start off today standing. So let me just move my blocks out of the way. I don't know if you've got tons of space there or not, but make sure that you've got enough space to do the little arm rotation thing that we do to warm up sometimes, because that's where we're starting today. So hoik your yoga pants up if they're like mine and falling down, losing the elastic in the waist. And let's get our alignment. So feet aligned under knees and under hips. Inner edges of your feet parallel in train tracks next to each other. So first of all, draw your shoulders up, roll them back, roll them down, keep chest proud. The little pelvic tilt drawing down underneath you, drawing up, engaging Uddiyana Bandha. Now lift all your toes off the floor, lift them up really high, spread them really wide, and then place them down, starting with the little toe, the one next to it, the middle toe, the second toe, and lastly your big toe. Lift your kneecaps, squeeze the fronts of your thighs, and then very gently just starting to rotate from side to side, letting your arms flop behind you, letting the shoulders turn back as far as is comfortable for you, letting the hips just rotate gently, arms coming out to the side, maybe coming up quite high. Actively draw them up, letting them slap behind you, maybe one arm slapping on the opposite upper arm as it comes round, the head turning to gaze behind you, and just enjoy that sense of kind of freedom of your arms being liberated. You're not holding them, they're just flopping, flapping around. And slowly, slowly slowing it down, gently slowing it down, and eventually coming to a still pose. As you inhale, bring your left arm long out in front of you. Now try and keep the hand slightly below shoulder height. You don't want it raised up, you want it at shoulder height or slightly down. And then bring the right arm behind you without turning your body. So right palm facing out to the right side. Keep the hips and shoulders forward and turn the other way. So right arm forward, left arm back, but don't twist the body. And exhale to the side. Left arm coming up, right arm behind you. Now keep your hips forward and just squeeze your right shoulder blade behind you, turning your head a little bit. And release to the side. Right arm forward, left arm back, hips stay facing forward. Left shoulder squeezing, turning to look over the left, towards the left arm. And releasing. This time, left arm in front, right arm behind, and twisting, but keep the legs facing forward. You're going to twist slightly on the right hip, but the legs are facing forward, and release the arms. Other side. Just gently twisting the left hip back a tiny bit, left shoulder back, and releasing forward. One more time, over to the right, and this time draw that right arm behind you as far as it will go. You're twisting at the waist, turning to look out towards the right hand, and releasing hands down, over to the left, twisting on the waist to turn and look over the left shoulder, and releasing. Really nice. Give your shoulders a shake, give the hands a shake. A little bit of a dance. Nice dance moves, Becky and Steph. Go, yeah, woo! Coming to the top of your mat. Keep your feet hip width apart. I'm just going to turn my mat a teeny bit. So feet roughly hip width apart. Inner edges of your feet parallel again. Press the big toe down. Lift the other toes. Really lift the other toes. Press the big toe down. And then release the other toes and just lift the big toe. Just that big toe pulling up, up, up. Get that little pelvic tilt underneath you. Shoulders up, back and down. Hands down by the sides. Then releasing all of your toes to the mat. Pull the belly up and in. Lift your kneecaps. Bringing your hands, palms facing, shoulder width apart in front of you. Following with the gaze as you take a little back bend. And then soft knees as you start to fold forward. Pull the belly up and in, keep the knees soft as you come into your Uttanasana, forward fold. Bend the knees, get your hands either side of the feet. And inhale, halfway lift up onto your fingertips, long neck. Now bring your left hand in between your big toes, so your wrist is in between your big toes at the same level as your big toe. Deep bend to the left knee, straightening right knee, lifting right arm up into a twist. Draw that right shoulder open, straighten that right leg as much as you can, really stretching out the hamstrings, nice. Exhale, bending right knee, right hand underneath you in between the feet, big toes. Straightening left leg, left arm reaching up into your twist. Reach, reach, reach. And exhale, coming to your fold. Placing your hands either side of the feet. Step the right foot back into your lunge. Keep the right knee lifted, right hand under right shoulder. Left arm coming up into your twist. Draw that left shoulder blade open. Bring the left arm a little bit behind you, turning the head to follow the hand. Keep the breath moving. Lift, straighten that right leg. Squeeze the right kneecap. And then left hand outside, left foot, stepping back to your plank. Lowering the knees, rotate elbow creases forward, hinging at the elbow, chest and chin to the mat. Sliding into your cobra, tucking your toes, coming by the knees, and coming to your first downward facing dog. Pedaling it out one leg at a time. Releasing one heel and then the other to the mat. Spread your fingers wide, press into the hands, push your chest between your upper arms, and then coming to a still dog. Gazes forward as the right foot steps between your hands, left hand under left shoulder, right arm coming up into your twist. Reach up with the right hand, press the left heel away from you. Squeeze that right shoulder blade behind you, drawing your arm over behind you. Feel that lovely shoulder stretch, shoulder twist. And then right hand outside, right foot stepping into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're coming up with arms shoulder width apart, palms facing. Pull the belly up and in as your arms lift up. And coming into a little bend. And hands into heart center. Really nice, everybody. Inhale, sweep the arms out. Reaching up, palms meet. Flip the palms, spread fingers wide, pull belly button up and in as you swan dive to the mat. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back, the right foot back. Knees, chest and chin, or chaturanga if you're ready for it. Inhaling cobra or up dog. Whichever pose you're in, look over one shoulder and the other shoulder. Lower the knees. Bring your hips back to your heels. Keep the elbows lifted. Extended child's pose. Forehead to the mat. And breathe. Pull the shoulder blades in and down either side of your upper back. Spread your fingers wide. Pressing into your hands on your next inhale. Coming up onto your knees. Lift your feet behind you. And shift your weight forward like we're in a kind of press-up pose. Shoulders coming over wrists. Inhale, lift the hips back. Feet come back down to the mat. Dropping your hips to your heels. Extended child's pose. Pull the shoulder blades in and down behind you. Pull the belly up and in as you come up onto your knees. Lift your feet. Shifting your weight maybe a little bit further forward. Shoulders coming past the wrists. Inhale, pull belly in. Shifting the hips back to the heels, forehead to the mat, elbows lifted. One more time. Draw the shoulders down and in behind you. Engage your core. Pull the belly button up and in. Lift the feet. Tipping forward, tipping forward. Bring your big toes together. Rotate the elbow creases forward. Slide the elbows down your rib cage, lowering your chest and chin to the mat. Flatten the feet, inhaling, cobra or up dog. Look over one shoulder, over the other shoulder. Coming via the knees or over the toes to downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale up onto your tiptoes. Exhale, lower the heels. Press into your hands, chest towards the thighs. Nice. Bring your left hand into the middle of the mat, reaching the right arm up into a dog twist. So keep the hips lifted, reach that right hand up. And exhale, release the right hand in the middle of the mat. Left hand, oops, daisy, don't fall over like me. Keep the hips lifted as you lift the left arm up. Keep pressing into the hand to get the hips up. And releasing left hand, right hand shoulder width apart, press into your hands. Gaze is forward as you step forward into your fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Bring your left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Keep your legs as straight as you can as you draw the right arm up into a twist. Reaching up with that right hand, keep pulling on the left ankle. Exhale, release. Right hand outside left ankle. Left arm reaching up, twisting up. And release. Bend the knees. We're going to roll up, one vertebra at a time. Up, rolling up. Head lifts, arms lift. Arms reach and hands into heart center. Really nice, everybody. So come to a piece of furniture or the wall. If you've got a yoga strap, feel free to use it. You don't need it, Becky and Joe, because I know you can do this. But if you're using a strap, hook it round your left foot to bring your knee up. If you're oh, they have got straps. Show offs, I didn't realise. So lifting the knee, so the knee is hip height, and then coming into some hip openers. And if you decide you don't need the strap, just gently bringing the knee open. If you're using the strap, pulling on the strap, extending your leg long and out to the side, keeping that standing leg straight, Valerie, or taking hold of the big toe and reaching. Your choice. Very nice, Joe. Really nice. Now, bringing your leg in front of you with the strap, releasing your right arm behind you, and last piece of the puzzle, turning your head to look over that shoulder, twisting to look behind you. Inhaling back to center, taking the strap in the other hand or taking your big toe in the other hand, twisting in the other direction. And releasing, bringing the foot down, giving everything a shake. Really nice. Other side, I'm going to use the strap because that was really hard. So, left hand on left hip. Bringing that, oopsie daisy. Bringing that, I need to hold on to something. Oh my goodness. Definitely a bit wobbly on this side. Bringing the foot up. Coming into the hip opener. And then maybe extending leg long. And again, coming to your hip opener. Nice, everybody. And then bringing the leg in front of you, left arm behind you, twisting to look over to the left. Really reaching back with the left arm. And then swapping the strap over to the left hand, twisting to gaze over the right shoulder. Keep that belly strong as you then release, 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 giving everything a nice little shake. Really nice. While we're up here, we're just going to do a bit of tree pose with a difference. So, get the right foot really stable and sturdy on the ground. So lift the toes, spread them wide, place them down. Make sure you've got that good foundation. Lift the right kneecap. Squeeze the front of the right thigh. Bring your left ankle over the right thigh. Bring your hands into heart center and then lower the hips. Coming down as low as is comfortable for you. Keep the spine straight, don't curve your back. Then bring your arms out to the side. You know what's coming. Right arm in front, left arm behind you. Keep looking in front. It's too hard, I think, to turn the head and gaze in this pose. Bringing the arms down. Whoops-a-daisy, she says. Left arm in front, right arm behind. Maybe just turn your head a tiny bit in the pose if you feel confident that you're not going to fall over. And bringing the hands back to heart center. Drop the hips a bit more. And drop those hips and coming upright. Releasing. Setting up on the other side. Again, lift the toes. Spread the toes. Release. Lift the kneecaps. Squeeze the front of the thigh. The glute. Right ankle over left thigh. Coming down into a squat. Flex up, oops-a-daisy. Flex that right foot, keep yourself nice and strong. I'm much wobblier on this side. And right arm in front, left arm behind, twisting. And back to center. Left arm in front, right shoulder squeezing behind you. And hands back to center. Drop the hips a bit lower. And release, coming upright. Really nice, everybody. One last standing pose. We will do a proper tree. Position 1, 2, or 3. Find your pose. Find your comfort zone. Get the standing leg as straight as you can. If you're in full pose, really press the foot against thigh, thigh against the foot. Hands into heart center. Focus on something a couple of meters in front of you. We are coming into a twist in the pose, so pull the belly up and in. Engage the shoulders behind you. As you bring right arm forward, left arm behind you. Keep gazing at that spot on the floor. And reversing to other side, left arm in front, right arm behind. And back to center. Growing the branches of your tree. Turning your upper body over to the left, twisting at the waist. Keep reaching up with the arms, back to center. Over to the right, keep pressing the foot against the thigh. And back to center. Whoops-a-daisy. I completely fell out of that. And hands into heart center. And releasing, giving everything a shake. These are hard. My balance is not what it once was. Setting up on the other side. So left foot, lift the toes, spread them, setting up. 1, 2, or 3. I might have to hold on to something on this side. It's my dodgy foot. So pick your spot on the floor, something that's not moving. Hands into heart center. I'm just going to do it one-handed on this side. And first of all, turning, twisting over to the right. And back to center. Over to the left. Back to center. Hands at heart center. Growing the branches. Twisting one way. Back to center. Over to the other side. Back to center. Another breath here. Hands to heart center and releasing, giving everything a shake. Really nice, everybody. Coming back to the top of your mat. Setting up big toes together, heels apart, hands at heart center. Inhale, reaching up, taking that little back bend. Pull the belly up and in as you swan dive to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, stepping or jumping back to your plank. Knees, chest and chin or chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, meeting in downward facing dog. pedal out, one leg at a time. Press into your hands, lift the hips, lower the heels as you exhale. And breathe in the pose, a couple of nice deep even breaths in. Exhale, release the heels, push into your hands. Inhale, fill your lungs. Exhale, press into the hands, lower the heels. And bringing your weight is on your left hand, right hand coming to the outer left calf or ankle, wherever you can reach to. And then pulling on that left leg, twisting, turning to gaze underneath the left armpit. Keep working your heels down towards the mat. Keep the breath moving, don't hold your breath. And right hand coming to the mat. Left hand outside, right leg. Twisting, turning to look underneath your right arm. Holding onto the shin, the calf, the ankle. And releasing left hand to the mat. Lift your hips up, push your chest between your arms. Nice. On your next inhale, weights on the left leg, right leg, lifting up high and stepping the right leg between your hands, coming up into a standing pose. So, warrior one, so more train tracks than a tightrope. So feet slightly apart, hips facing forward. You want your front leg straight, but with a tiny micro bend in the knee to protect your knee. As you inhale, lift the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull your belly up and in, and keep that belly engaged as you start to hinge forward. We're coming to a flat back, but keep that micro bend in the front knee. Bring your left hand to the outer right ankle or shin, drawing the right arm up, twisting to gaze up. If you're really wobbly, move your legs a little bit wider apart. Micro bend the knee, bringing the left hand on the inner left ankle, left arm drawing up, twisting to look up. We're going to repeat that because it's quite a challenging pose. So slowly bringing the left arm down, the back of your hand against the right side of your right calf or ankle, left arm reaching up into your twist. Right arm, sorry. Micro bend front knee, replacing right hand on the inner edge of the right leg, left arm reaching up into your twist. Nice. Bending the front knee, bringing yourself back upright. And we're just going to swap legs. I'm planning on a longer Shavasana today. I think we all deserve it after Christmas. So I'm keeping an eye on the time. So set yourself up. Feet, train tracks, back foot at an angle. Bring the hips and shoulders facing forward. Get that little micro bend in the front knee. Belly up and in. Shoulder blades together as you inhale, looking up, little back bend. Keep that belly pulling up and in as you start to hinge forward, coming to flat back. Right hand comes down, the back of the right hand on the outer left calf or shin, left arm reaching up into a twist. And releasing left arm on the inner left shin or ankle, turning right arm twisting up, looking up towards the ceiling. Keep that core really engaged as right arm comes back down. Right hand outside, left leg, left arm coming up into the twist. And releasing left arm inside left leg, right arm twisting up. Ha! She says, oh my goodness, this is so hard for me. Bending front knee, coming upright, and just walk your feet in together, giving them a little shake. Good twists, but hard twists. So coming about halfway down your mat, heels on the mat, toes out. We're coming down into a hingy squat. So bringing the palms together, heart center, shoulders up, back, down. Get that little pelvic tilt, drawing down, under and up. Uddiyana Bandha engaged. Lift the kneecaps, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. And just start to lower your butt backwards, bending the knees, coming halfway, keeping a straight spine, and pause. 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 Dropping another 10 centimeters and pause. 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 And coming down to your full squat pose. Feet flat, elbows inside the knees, extending the knees out, coming into a lovely twist. We practiced this in class the other day, so we're going to give it another go. So keep the knees really wide, bring the right hand down so the fingertips are on the mat. Keep the left knee wide open as you reach the left arm up to twist to look up. Bringing left arm behind you, bending the elbow, reaching that right arm around your legs, bringing your hands together behind your back. If they don't meet, you can use the strap. So, coming behind you. Get that strap in your hand, Andrea. And then keeping the legs wide, drawing the left shoulder open, twisting to gaze up to the left. Quite a strong pose. Keep that left knee pressing away. Left shoulder squeezing in behind you. Releasing the strap if you're using the strap, or releasing the bind. Resetting in your squat. Nice. Any pain or pressure on your knees, just come out of the pose and just sit waiting in cross-legged pose, and join us again in a moment. Left hand reaching down, fingertips on the mat. Right arm lifting up into your twist, turning your head to look up. Right arm coming behind you, reaching round with the left hand, fingers maybe meeting behind you, maybe not quite yet. Work in progress. Right shoulder squeezing open, turning to gaze up around your right shoulder. And breathe. Then releasing the bind, releasing the arms, using your hands as brakes, and coming down to the mat, giving your legs a little shake, quite strong on the knees. Always, always, any pain in the knees, come out of the pose. Nice. So, bringing your right knee in, hugging in close. Really nice. Bring your right arm on the inside of that right knee. Hold the right shin with the left hand. Reaching forward, reach, reach, reach. Flip your palm so the thumb is down. Reach behind you with the right hand. Left arm coming round behind you on the other side. Maybe fingers meet, maybe not yet. Again, you can use your strap. And then just relax your head down, chest, chin to chest. Breathe. And releasing the bind. Taking hold of the right big toe with your left hand. And then extending that right leg as long as you can. Press the heel away, try and get the leg as straight as you can. Make sure you're sitting up nice and straight. As you draw the right arm open, coming into a twist, looking behind you. Stretch the right fingers really wide, spread the palm, make the hand really nice and big. Keep breathing, keep elongating the spine. As right hand comes in, takes hold of the big toe. Press the heel away, extend the leg long. Left arm reaching behind you, twisting in the other direction. Nice. Pulling on the right toe, bring that right shoulder round. Bring your left shoulder round behind you. And releasing, taking hold behind the knee, bending gently, and releasing the leg down to the mat. Setting up on the other side. So, Janu Sirsasana. It's a C. I never remember which one is which. Bringing the heel in really close. So if you're a lady with bosoms, you kind of want your boobs on the inside. Bring your left arm inside the left leg, palm facing over to the right. Reach forward. Hold on to the left shin with the right hand. Go as far forward as you can and then flip the palm. Bending your arm behind you. Right arm reaching wide behind you. finding fingertips maybe in your bind. Inhale, looking up, keep the right foot flexed. Exhale, chin to chest. One more deep breath in here. Releasing the bind. And then gently lifting that left foot, taking hold of the big toes with your thumb and index finger. Extending left leg long, heel pressing away from you. Left arm draws behind you as you come into the twist. Keep that right foot flexed. Pull the belly in, keeping your spine as straight as possible. Draw that left shoulder open. Keep the left heel pressing away from you. Keeping the leg as straight as you can. Bring the left hand forward, taking hold of the big toe. Press the heel away and right arm comes behind you to your twist. Draw that right shoulder blade open. Flex that right foot. Turning to gaze towards the right hand. Pull the belly in. Squeeze your shoulder blades behind you. Breathe, don't hold the breath. And right hand coming behind left thigh. Releasing left leg down and giving it a nice little pat out. Strong poses, amazing. So, bringing both soles of the feet together, coming up into a cobbler's pose. Interlace your fingers and take hold underneath your feet. First of all, get the length in your spine, pressing your knees down to the mat. Really nice. Take a couple of breaths here. Pull the belly button up and in. Keeping the spine long, neck is long, shoulders away from the ears. And then releasing the right foot, take hold of the left foot and have your hands underneath the sole. So clasp your fingers underneath the sole of the foot. You might need to keep the knee bent. You might be able to extend it long. See how it feels. Pressing the heel away. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Now keep hold of the foot with the left hand, drawing the right arm back, turning to look behind you to that right hand. Really nice, Becky. Look at you. And right hand coming in, taking hold of the foot, left arm coming behind you, twisting, looking over that shoulder, trying not to fall backwards like I just did. Bringing both hands back to the foot, maybe extending the leg a little bit longer, press the heel away. Then bending the knee, bringing the foot down, placing the soles together once more. Have a little reset, press the knees down. Nice. And then keeping that left knee down as much as you can, take hold of right foot and extending it long. Pull the shoulder blades in and down behind you. Nice, Joseph. I can't see you, Stephanie, but I know you're looking beautiful, so there you go. Holding on to the right foot with right hand, left arm comes behind you as you twist to look over the left shoulder. Keep pulling the foot towards you, pressing the heel away. Try to draw your shoulders away from the ears. As you bring left hand in, swapping over, right arm coming behind you, quite a tough balance. Press that right heel away from you, pull the toes towards you. Very nice, Valerie. Can you straighten that leg a tiny bit more, Valerie? There you go. And right arm coming in, taking the foot. Press the heel away. Bending right knee, bringing right foot down to meet the left. One more time, a little bit of cobbler's pose. And just give the knees a little bounce gently. Nothing too strenuous. Pull the belly up and in. And enjoy that inner thigh stretch. Really nice. And then bringing hands outside knees, bringing your knees together, feet slightly out in front of you. We're going to take a boat pose. So hands behind thighs, let's get that alignment. So first of all, just take a little rock on your sits bones to feel that you're really sitting on the bones and not sitting back, but really upright. You want a nice long spine, so draw your shoulders away from the ears, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Knees pressing together, feet together as you lift your feet up, coming to your Navasana. You can keep holding onto your thighs or you can release one hand and the other hand. Use your core to press the knees together, press the feet together. Lift your hands up, lift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Breathe in the pose. Keep breathing, keep those knees lifted. Use that core, reaching between your legs, taking your big toes. Coming into our balancing bear, spreading your feet wide, pulling on your toes to support you in the balance. Gaze is forward, press the heels away. Then lifting the feet up, press the heels away, pull the big toes towards you. Pull your shoulders away from your ears, lift the gaze up towards the ceiling. Then bending knees, just bringing your feet back down to the mat. Using your hands as brakes, we're just going to lower down onto your forearms and then your whole back on the mat. Keep your knees bent, your feet on the floor. Bring your arms out into a T shape. Bring your feet together and your knees together and drop both legs over to the right. Gentle twist. So only your left big toe is on the mat. Inhaling back to centre. Keep ankles, feet and knees together as you drop over to the left. Inhale back to centre and back over to the right. This time maybe knees coming down to the ground. Gaze is turning to the left hand. Breathing here. Inhaling, knees up to the centre, and as you exhale, dropping both legs over to the left. Gaze is over towards the right hand. Deep breaths in, long, slow exhales. Bringing your knees back up to centre. Now walk your feet apart so they are, the inner edges of your feet are just touching the outside edges of your mat. So your feet are very wide apart, they're mat width. And then drop both legs over to the right, turn the head to look to the left. Just relax into the pose. Try not to hold on to your legs, just try and let them come down at their own pace, as low as they will naturally go. Try and release the hold on your hips. Relax your shoulders. Enjoy the twist. And on your next inhale, pull the belly up and in as you lift the legs back up to centre. And as you exhale, dropping them both over to the left, turning to gaze to the right. This should feel really nice down the whole right side body, down across your hip and into the thigh. Relax the legs down, just kind of let go, just let go of any kind of sense of holding on to the legs. Relax your shoulders. Maybe turn your head a little bit more to gaze to the right. Enjoy breathing deeply. And then engaging the core. Pull the belly button up and in as you lift the knees back up to the ceiling. Walking, feet together, knees together, feet together. As you inhale, bringing them up to your 90-degree bend. As you exhale, keep the knees at hip height, dropping them over to the right, turning to look to the left hand. Right hand on top of left thigh, or taking hold of the left big toe, straightening the left leg, coming into a full supine twist. Let go of any tension in your body, just let your whole body relax down. The only thing that's holding you is maybe your right hand if you're in a bind with your left big toe. Every other muscle relaxing. You might feel a tiny click or sense of release in your lower back, which should feel good. breathing slowly, deeply, evenly. And on your next inhale, engaging your core, knees up to center. Remember, keep the knees level with your hips as you lower them over to the left. Both shoulders on the mat as you extend the right leg long, maybe coming into your full twist. Closing your eyes, relaxing your entire body. Enjoying the release. And now on your next inhale, bringing those knees back up to center. And then gently bringing the feet down to the corners of the mat, extending your legs long, setting up for Shavasana. Adjust your hips, adjust your shoulders, palms facing up, just let your feet drop out to the side. Relax your feet, your legs, relax your hips, your back, your shoulders, your palms, just sink into the mat. Relax your head, your face, your jaw, your chin. Peel your tongue away from the roof of your mouth and relax. Slow, deep breaths. Focusing on the breath. Relax the shoulders and the exhale. And very slowly, very gently, just rolling your head one way, turning your head one way, and the other way. Massaging the back of your head, using the neck muscles. And then very slowly bringing your legs together, point your toes, flex your feet. Lifting the arms long up overhead, palms facing, extending the arms long, point your toes, reach the arms, and then gently bringing one knee at a time in towards your chest. Give those knees a hug. Massage your lower back. Taking the outer edges of your feet, drawing the knees down, taking a happy baby. Pull them so deep into the knees, so deep into the armpits that your tailbone lifts. Your bottom is completely off the mat. And gently rocking from side to side. Taking hold behind your thighs, bring your knees back into the chest, rolling to one side, pressing yourself to your upright cross-legged seated pose, finding that comfortable zone, hands in heart center. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through the mouth. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, lifting the hands up towards the ceiling. Hands to the third eye, to heart center, and namaste, my beautiful yogis.